Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful, historic downtown Troy. This is Troy's 200th birthday. It is the Bicentennial celebration parade that's just getting ready to start here in the downtown. The crowds are starting to line the street, and Lori, we couldn't ask for any beautiful weather or any more beautiful weather out here.
Absolutely, Clint. It's a gorgeous day out here. The sun is shining, coming off the back of some kind of cooler temperatures. It's nice and warm out here today. A great day for a parade.
Oh, plenty of sunshine and a nice breeze as well.
Thank goodness for that.
We just heard a couple squawks of the sirens, so we know that the parade has just started. It's going to be coming up South Market Street, and hopefully we'll see that coming around the bend here just about any time.
It should be just about any time.
Quite a parade we're going to have here this afternoon.
A huge lineup.
Oh, it is a huge lineup for sure. I had a chance to walk over a little bit earlier as they were lining up, and tons of kids and bands and everything that you would expect in a hometown parade.
In a parade, that's right.
And even taking it just a little bit further because it's the Bicentennial celebration.
I'm super excited to see this parade. I know we've done several parades this summer, but this one is going to be the biggie.
This will take the cake for sure.
That's right. And we've been making cake jokes all week on Troy Community Radio, so there you go, Clint. We got to culminate it with that one.
Well, we ate cake every morning this week on the morning show, and that was on behalf of Troy's 200th birthday.
That's right.
And the following week, then, we'll be on a diet, Lori.
That's a good plan, Clint. Starting Monday morning, bright and early.
Again, there is a nice crowd in downtown Troy. The fountain was just back up. As the wind kicks up, it actually triggers the fountain to turn on and off so it doesn't blow out.
And it is quite windy here today.
Just breezy.
I guess we should probably take this opportunity to thank our sponsors of this broadcast that make it possible for us to do this on TV5. Dave's Services. We'd also like to thank Brower Stationers, Robert Long, Attorney at Law, and Trojan Horse Bistro and Bar. Thanks so much for all of your support and your help to make this broadcast of the Bicentennial Parade possible.
An awful lot of people out here in downtown Troy to help celebrate this Bicentennial today. And as soon as the parade's over, I believe it's at 6:30, the circus begins over at Hobart Arena.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Cincinnati Circus is in town. Immediately following that, then they have the first laser show. There was such a response for the tickets for the laser show and even Mayor Beamish made it so that there are two more showings, I believe at 10:15 tonight and then also at midnight.
Then again at midnight, that's correct.
So if you're missed out on the first round of tickets, and by the way, they are absolutely free, they will also be available over at Hobart Arena tonight until they are gone. But again, two more showings that tickets were still available for. So once the parade is over, you'll have a chance to go over and catch the light spectacular show.
And then tomorrow, Troy Civic Band will be playing. And very excited, Bill and Kathy McIntosh commissioned a piece to be done specifically for the Bicentennial, for the city of Troy. And that will be heard for the first time during the Civic Band.
Just faintly in the background, we can hear the band starting to kick up.
I was going to say there's that familiar sound of the Troy High School Marching Band, so they must be heading this way.
Well, I see some of the folks over in front of the Caroline are starting to look down the street, so I would say they are headed this way.
They're coming. And a great crowd here down Main Street. People lined up all the way down to the library, it looks like, just waiting for the parade to come to them.
Well, things have changed up a little bit this year. Strawberry Festival moved downtown, so it wasn't quite the parade that everybody was used to with the Strawberry Festival. We then had the Veterans Parade and had a pretty good turnout for that. But for the Bicentennial, this is the big parade this year.
That's right. Following the traditional Strawberry Festival parade route, the one that everyone is used to, that starts out at Walgreens and comes down South Market, comes around the fountain, and then down Main. So that's the traditional thing coming back in terms of the parade, and I'm excited for it to start, for us to start seeing it. Lots and lots of folks on the parade lineup this year.
It's also nice to see that some of the area businesses are open down here today during this. Like I see that Winans is open, plenty of people going in and out.
They sure are. Roundabout Books looks like they're open today. The Troy Family Bike Shop downtown is open. Lots of things happening, lots of folks out and about. What a great day for this activity.
Movers and shakers on a Saturday.
That's right.
We do have a great vantage point. We're up on top of the Mayflower Arts Center. Thank you, Lisa Bauer, doing such a great job here with the Mayflower Arts Center and
Absolutely.
the classes and different things that are going on, showing the documentary films on the weekend.
And always has a new and exciting art exhibit. I was here a little early today and had the opportunity to look around in the first floor of the Mayflower. And they have some great exhibits happening right now, some great paintings on the walls. And if you haven't been to the Mayflower since it has become the Arts Center, it's a great chance to check it out.
Doing a lot of restoration in the building, too, trying to bring it back to some of its majestic glory.
Right, and a majestic building it certainly is. We are up here on the roof, and it's nice and warm up here, so thank goodness for the breeze that we have coming through.
Kind of thinking that myself.
And now we are hearing the sirens for sure.
Closing
so
in.
Know it's just about time. What's the first thing that we're going to see, Clint?
Well, it looks like the Troy Police and the Fire Chief are going to be coming through first.
So those are the sirens that we're hearing then, evidently.
And, of course, the VFW Post 543 Honor Guard will lead the parade in. Takes a lot of work and effort to put one of these events together.
You were down at the lineup helping the Troy Community Radio crew get their banners and everything put on the truck. And you said that it was a little bit of controlled chaos down there as everyone was getting lined up and ready to go for the parade.
For sure. Well, then again, like I say, an event like this, it is a lot of controlled chaos.
Well, we work in radio and TV, Clint. We're used to controlled chaos. Thank goodness for the great folks at TV5. David DeNoyer does such a great job. He's so professional, and we know that every time we work in conjunction with them that it's going to be smooth sailing. So very glad for that.
If you didn't get a chance to make it down to the parade live, we're glad you're watching now on this rebroadcast on Troy TV5's
Yes, Clint, I know the rebroadcast of the parade also can be seen on YouTube. And those links are posted on Facebook and the Troy Public Broadcasting websites as well. So you can go to those sites and look them up. We will have them on the Troy Community Radio site as well.
Looks like they're just rounding the corner into the square. So here we
Time
go.
to go. And it looks like the fire chief, Clint, is also with the DARE officer and that vehicle.
Boy, we really do have a nice turnout today, and you couldn't, as we said before, ask for any nicer weather.
Yes, thank goodness the rain stayed away for the Bicentennial Parade.
Leading the parade, Troy Police and Troy Fire. Hats off to those ladies and gentlemen.
And immediately following them, it looks like the Troy Police Department is making a showing, followed by the American flag. Little action with the sirens there, Clint.
It truly is an honor to be a part of this here in historic, beautiful downtown Troy. The 200th birthday party for Troy, Ohio, celebrating its bicentennial. Those are some nice vehicles, I tell you, for our City of Troy Police and Fire.
Absolutely. City pride is absolutely citywide in the city of Troy, Clint. You know, anything from keeping up our architecture to celebrating the things that happen in this town. We really are lucky to be citizens of such an involved community.
VFW Post 543 Honor Guard. They're followed by the American Legion Post 43 and the 101st Airborne Division, World War II.
Those are some very neat old Army vehicles. Is it the Army? Did I say that correctly? The Airborne Division.
Of course, then truly leading off the beginning of the parade, the Low Goat Banner. And followed immediately by, well, Lori, I'll let you announce these folks because you know them best.
This is the one and only Troy High School Marching Band. They have won a superior rating for 35 years in a row and qualified for the OMEA state competitions. And they are directed this year by Kathy McIntosh, Molly Veneman, and Brian Wisman.
We'll see if we can get a little bit of the band sound for you.
And I noticed my son glancing up at me as he was coming through.
Talk about somebody beaming in the next car. Of course, I'd be happy to ride in a Corvette, but we have our mayor, Michael Beamish. Looks like he's incognito in the Mumford & Sons outfit there.
I was going to say he has an extra large mustache on today.
Our former mayor, Pete Jenkins, another proud member to be a part of Troy, Ohio.
That's right. And right directly behind him is Marty Baker, the Troy Council president.
We've got Troy City Council, Brock Heath. These folks work hard all year long to make sure that events like this come off and that our fair city keeps running the way that it runs.
Following him is John Schwescher, Troy City Council, in a very cool old-fashioned car. What kind of car is that, Clint? You would know better than me.
I think I can tell you it's a Chrysler.
Good enough.
Doug Tremblay from Troy City Council.
And directly behind Doug Tremblay is Bobby Phillips, also with the Troy City Council. And behind Bobby is one of my favorite people in the community, Robin Oda, Troy City Council. She does a wonderful job. She is a big supporter of Troy Community Radio and all kinds of local events. And so a special shout out to Robin. She does a great job for everyone here in the community. Bill Twiss is behind her as well. And all of these folks with the Troy City Council and the local government, as Clint said, are just doing a great job to make sure that everything is running smoothly in our city, making things happen every single day. And behind Bill Twiss, we have the city auditor, and that is John Stickle. Jim Livingston is following behind him, and Jim is in a vehicle from Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And this is Jim Livingston with Troy City Law Director.
Another beautiful vehicle from Irwin Incorporated Jeep. The Miami Valley Pet Therapy Association.
And carrying a couple of pets, it looks like, Clint. The dogs like the parades as well.
Here's our Ohio Highway State Patrol.
And another fine-looking vehicle. You know, law enforcement cars have come a long way from the old days of the sedan.
For sure. I'm not sure if I'd ever like to see this one roll up on anything.
Probably not.
That one gets down to business pretty quick.
That's right. An armored vehicle is something you want to stay away from, I think.
Our state representative, Richard Adams.
And directly behind him is Bill Beagle. Well, I should correct myself, I suppose, Clint. State Senator Bill Beagle.
Citizens for Beagle.
And behind the lovely ladies carrying the Citizens for Bill Beagle,
those are some nice horses.
we have got the good folks from Abbey Credit Union. We would like to say a special thank you to Jan Flynn, who has put this together for his folks at Abbey Credit Union, and I see him there waving in the red hat. I'm going to have to give him a hard time about not controlling the horses on that particular float that they have there.
We've got the Troy Hayner Cultural Center.
Oh, with a fantastic happy birthday float. How neat
Looks
is
like
that?
it's tea time.
Oh, what a great job they did on that.
Immediately following the Troy Hayner, we have the Anna High School Marching Band under the direction of Marilyn Strickland. We'll let you get an earful on this one. As the parade moves on, the Troy Strawberry Festival Queens Court. I had a chance to go over and visit with this one for a little while.
I was going to say, you're very prepared, Clint, with all the names and notes that we need for the Queens Court. And of course, they are such an important part of Troy, representing the Troy Strawberry Festival.
The Queen's Float, sponsored by Fulton Farms. Our queen, Haley Mullet of Newton, 2014 graduate. Attendant Carolyn Elsass Smith, senior here at Troy. And little Mr. Strawberry, Matthew Waller, and little Miss Strawberry, Jayla Leland.
And following them is country music Hall of Famer Dottie Weaver. Most people would know her as Dottie from Dottie and the Country Four. She has been a staple in the music scene in Miami County for many, many years.
Here's the Bradford Marching Band under the direction of Megan Falk.
And behind the marching band is the Troy Bruins, which, as everyone knows, is hockey.
Yeah, I was going to say the Troy hockey team.
The Troy hockey team. And there is Troy Community Radio and the crew. It looks like we've got Dave Fisher, Kyle Winter, and Scott Hornberger. Proud to be Troy's hometown radio station at 107.1 FM. And right behind Troy Community Radio are representatives from the Tip City Mum Festival. It looks like we have the Mum Festival Queen as well. It looks like these ladies' names are Mara Mason and Taylor Merrick. And that is your Mum Festival Queen and first attendant. And who are these little girls that we have here, Clint? They are absolutely adorable.
All-American activities. Cheering their way down the street.
Those little ones in front, they just get my heart.
Next, coming down the street, Lincoln Community Center. Under the direction of Shane Carter. He's done such a great job at the Lincoln Community Center. And with all the support of the community, really making some changes and advancements over there. And
absolutely.
Not only in the center, but in the youth of our community.
That's right. We just can't say enough great things about Shane and his entire staff of folks over there at the Lincoln Community Center. And we certainly welcome them to the Bicentennial Parade.
Mr. Carter.
And behind them, we have representatives from the 2014 Ghost Tours. I, for one, cannot wait to take a ghost tour. That is on my agenda for next month, Clint.
We're going to have them investigate in the studio.
We need an investigation at the studio. And if you want to learn more about ghost tours, you can go to ghosttoursoftroy.com. You can also find them on Facebook, and all of the information is included there. And in that same vein is the Zombie Walk. This is a food pantry fundraiser type of thing that they do. And the Zombie Walk is always so much fun. It meets in downtown Troy and raises money and physical food to go to local food pantries.
That'll be October 25th. Here's Frisch's Restaurant of Troy. Looks like we've got the big boy in the back himself.
What's your favorite thing at Frisch's, Clint?
Ooh, the big boy.
Me too. And the hot fudge cake. And who do we have right behind Big Boy?
Miami County Board of Development Disabilities,
And
Riverside.
they are riding their very neat bikes. They have everything all decorated up, and they were certainly ready to come out and show their patriotism for the Bicentennial.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford with a beautiful 1964 Mustang.
Oh, that is nice, isn't it? Boy, today's a great day for a convertible.
Always love the old tractors, too.
Oh, absolutely. That's a nice vintage John Deere right there.
You think of the days when they plowed the field with horses and moved up to a tractor like the John Deere, and now when you see some of the tractors and combines and, the field equipment that they have out there now, it's just amazing.
The technology has certainly advanced in farming. And behind the vintage John Deere tractor, it looks like we have Minster Bank. And what a neat float they have. It's actually a piggy bank.
Locations in Vandalia, Troy, Minster, Sydney, Wapakoneta, St. Mary's, New Bremen. And the Corvette Club of Troy.
I was going to say, and coming up now for all of you Corvette lovers, this is your portion of the parade for sure. Every style, make, and model that you could think of is coming to us from the Troy Corvette Club.
I wouldn't mind having one of the red or the blue Corvettes.
Or the yellow one, the
or a
white
black one. Think they'll let us take one for a ride, later?
Maybe. I'm betting no, though, Clint. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thank you to Dave's Services, Heating and Air Conditioning. Thank you to Robert Long, Attorney at Law. Thank you, Brower Stationers, as well as Trojan Horse Bistro and Bar. They are located out on State Route 55. If you want to go check them out, they are a new restaurant here in town, and great food, great service. Go and see them. Thank you so much to our sponsors that make all of our broadcasting possible here on TV5.
If you'd like to become a sponsor for Troy's TV5, they contact Lori Younce. You can show your community support.
Absolutely. You can give us a call. You can contact me at 339-1071. And my name, again, is Lori Younce, and I'll be more than happy to direct you as to how you can become a sponsor of local public broadcasting. And behind the Corvette Club, Clint, it looks like we've got some bagpipes and men in skirts. Who do we have here? Well, it's possible that our lineup might be a little bit different than what we're seeing in the parade. I'm a little disappointed that there's no actual bagpiping.
Looks like the Antioch Temple.
Oh, yes, I bet that's correct.
The past Grand Master of Ohio, C. Michael Watson.
And coming up here on what looks like a tractor that is being sponsored by Irwin Chrysler Plymouth Dodge are the charter members and founders of the Franklin Lodge, number 14. They have been in existence in Troy since 1812.
Forest Elementary.
And they have their own fight song there at Forest Elementary. Now, Kyle School has brought out quite a showing of parents and students coming just to celebrate the bicentennial with the community.
Kyle Elementary, established in 1884.
Lots of parents and kids coming out to represent. And it looks like we have got the Haywood Vikings following them. And I'm giving a special shout out to my good friend Kim, who's waving up here with her son Brody. Thank you so much for Haywood being in the parade today. And again, have their own chant.
Here's Cookson Elementary School.
Now, this one is near and dear to my heart, Clint. This is where I went to elementary school, and my kids went there as well. I am definitely a hometown girl.
Next in line is Concord Elementary School.
And what a great thing that all of the elementary schools have made themselves available and be involved today. And as we're waving to all of the Concord students, everyone seems to be having a great time. And
well, come on, everyone loves a parade.
That's right. And following them is St. Pat's. It looks like we even have a leprechaun, Clint, is dressed up in St. Pat's today.
The Legends Posse. Danny B. West. Beautiful horse.
Absolutely. And there are our good friends from Troy
Main Street.
Now, Clint, what kind of car is that yellow car? And I know I keep asking you the tough questions, but I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like that.
Is that a Spider?
Possibly.
I know that's Andy from Troy Main Street driving.
That is Andy from Troy Main Street.
More of our Troy Main Street Association.
And that is Matt Irwin himself, who has done such a great job of donating so many of these vehicles today.
Here's the Overfield Tavern Museum. Kind of looks like they came right in out of the field.
It sure does.
Little hunting today.
And they're followed by the good folks over at Mojo's. Mojo's is another newer restaurant and establishment here in downtown Troy, serving great food, organic, and local fare.
Along with SICSA Adoption Fundraising Group.
And there are the ladies from Kroger's.
Up next in the parade, 98.1 FM and 1570 AM WPTW, Pickwa's radio station, also streaming live. Quite the furry dog inside there.
I was going to say there's quite a large dog inside the PTW van. And quite a showing from the folks at Main Source Bank. They not only have a vehicle in the parade, they have quite a few walkers, and it looks like they might even be passing some things out.
Looks like a little Troy baseball player there in the bed of the truck.
And he's waving with both hands to hit both sides of the crowd.
Troy Junior football and cheerleading here in the crowd.
And it looks like some Troy Junior football players as well. Maybe got a break from practice and were able to come out and be in the parade today.
Still getting their exercise on the parade route.
That's right.
Sublerai. Troy's future is so bright. Looks like we're going to need to wear shades.
That would have been a good idea for us both today, Clint. And, of course, the Troy cheerleaders. No football game would be complete without our girls that work so hard to keep the crowd and the team motivated. And there's a whole group of them here today. It looks like anything from varsity cheerleaders to the junior high and junior varsity as well.
Right behind them, Robert Baird, a beautiful coach hearse, horse-drawn.
Oh, how nice. That is really nice. What gorgeous horses they have. Definitely a throwback to 200 years ago.
Certainly.
It looks like there should be fog surrounding them or something.
Another Troy happy birthday banner. And waving from the back of the yellow giant Tonka truck from Troy Ford. That is 2014 Pure American Junior Miss Ohio State.
She has quite the tiara on her head. Up, and it's Heater from the Dayton Dragons.
Engine number 2 from the Casstown Fire Department. Looks like that's entered by Dennis Zirkle.
Every time he blows his horn, I jump a little.
Serving the Casstown community since 1958.
1958.
All I have to say now is pizza, pizza. Looks
That's
like Little
right.
Caesars. And the Southeastern High School Marching Band. You know it's old when they have wood spokes.
Well, and I was going to say, it looks like a car that you would see from that old TV show, The Waltons. You remember that show,
Oh,
Clint.
yeah. That would be a rag top right there.
And the Troy Lions Club with their homegrown service lion.
Followed by the Troy Historical Society. Some more beautiful vehicles. Keeping it classic on this 200th birthday party bicentennial celebration in Troy.
And another classic vehicle there, and it looks like we have a dressed up lady in the passenger seat. She's got her riding gloves and riding hat on, and like you said, keeping it classic for the 200th anniversary. And there is the Troy Bookmobile, and that is being driven by Sarah Simon and her daughter, Sierra Simon, from the Troy Miami County Public Library mobile branch. And their slogan is, for every chapter of your life, definitely support your local libraries.
A showing from our Miami County Park District. Our park ranger.
That's a very cool park ranger vehicle. I did not realize that the ranger had his own special vehicle. You learn all kinds of things when you commentate a parade, Clint.
Now, I don't know if Jesse Chernesky's in there or not.
And Miami Jacobs College.
I bet you Joe Labor's inside this vehicle, guaranteed. It's Sydney's radio station, WMVR. They are Hits 105.5.
Our good friends to the north. We can't say enough nice things about Joe Labor.
Oh, Joe Labor's great.
He's a great guy, and that's probably him because he's waving out the sunroof now at us. And following Joe and the Hits vehicle is the van from the Miami County YMCA.
You can probably pick up the sounds of another high school marching band. It's Lehman Catholic High School, under the direction of Betsy Mormon. Right in front of them, the YMCA Miami County bus. Really a nice parade going on in downtown Troy today.
Absolutely, and I'm so happy to see the turnout of all the local marching bands.
Next up are our friends at Frontier Communications. Their slogan, "This is life in the fast lane." Internet, TV, phone, and wireless.
And behind them is a great showing from the local Teachers Association, the Troy City Schools Teachers Association. Quite a few familiar faces that I see walking along there, as my children have been involved in the local school system since, 2001.
Here is Hospice of Miami County, right behind them.
And their flag is being carried by their executive director, Heather Bolton, and she is walking along right in front there with another vehicle supported by Irwin Chrysler, Plymouth Jeep Dodge, and they have the whole crew there packed into the back of that truck, Clint.
Hospice of Miami County is local, nonprofit, and mission-driven.
That's right, and you can learn more about them at hospiceofmiamicounty.org.
I wonder if there's any vehicles left on the Irwin lot today. I sure have seen a lot of signs with Irwin on, or vehicles.
When I called to reserve our Irwin vehicle, Matt Irwin told me that we were the 13th person who had called and asked to request a vehicle. So I know that there are at least 13 Irwin vehicles in the parade today.
Pulling the Kiwanis Club of Troy behind it. Circle A Santa Fe. Nice Farmall tractor.
Oh, yeah, that's neat. It looks like a big toy, you know, something that you would buy your son to play with as a little kid, only that's a real life size right there.
Little manure spreader behind it.
Right. And we have the good folks also from Unity National Bank with locations in Piqua, Troy, and Tip City.
Followed by Miami County Right to Life.
And it looks like they're also passing out some candy and treats to the kids along the parade route.
The Troy Recreation Department with the Troy Rec. And Ted Mercer with the Mercer Group. Engine number 17, a beautiful antique fire truck.
Oh, that is sharp. And what a cute little sound its siren makes.
I was going to say, not quite the noisemakers they are
No,
today.
absolutely not.
Some beautiful horses coming down the street.
It looks like they are with the Shady Springs Stables, and they are located right here in Troy, Ohio. And it looks like we've got their little riders are carrying their flag, and then, as you said, some gorgeous horses to follow.
Now, these young ladies coming down the street have gotten quite a bit of recognition, not only from our folks here in Troy, Ohio, but from all over.
National recognition, Clint. This is a rare group, the Troy Pop Rocks Jump Rope Team. There are not a whole lot of these teams in the country, and we are lucky to boast that we have one right here in Troy, Ohio.
Looks like we're going to get a routine.
Oh, I was so hoping that would happen.
Another beautiful patriotic tractor following them. James O'Connor at the helm.
And that is a 1956 Ford tractor, Clint. It is a 600 series. This is James and Martha from Dayton, Ohio. Oh, and their dog, Junior. And what a gorgeous float.
James Patton. Love the Eagle, 200 years in Troy.
And appropriately followed by the Troy Noon Optimists. They were hoping, Clint, that they were going to be able to get 200 flag carriers. Looks like maybe they didn't quite hit the 200 mark, but they certainly do have a great group of people out here carrying flags to commemorate the 200th birthday of the city of Troy.
Of course, we'll thank all the fine folks in advance who came out for the Troy Noon Optimist and volunteered to come march in the parade and wave one of our glorious banners here for the United States and for Troy on this big day.
Absolutely. And it looks like they snuck in a couple of little ones carrying the Kids Read Now banner. At kidsreadnow.org, you can learn more information about this great summer reading program that is sponsored in part by the One Call Now. And I really also love how they have the big folks carrying the big flags and the little folks are carrying the little flags.
A little more manageable and,
That's
and
right.
a little wind this afternoon.
That's right.
We've had great sunshine, a little shade right now the clouds are giving us.
But a great breeze that we have here on this beautiful day in downtown Troy, Ohio.
Avenue of Flags, the Troy Noon Optimist Club.
Looks like things are just starting to wrap up here, Clint. We have a couple more to go, and we will be concluding the Bicentennial Parade here in downtown Troy. What a great parade this has been.
We've got the Ride for Veterans, Steve Glazier, along with the veterans. And wrapping it up, it's the Troy Fire Department.
And thank you to all of our firefighters and first responders who do such a great job of keeping us all safe. And they are followed as well by the Troy Police Department. Again, another fine group of individuals working hard for the citizens of the community every day.
Following up the parade right here at the end, our very own Troy Police Department.
That's right.
Lori, why don't you thank our sponsors once again?
I will. I would like to thank Dave Services Heating and Air. Thank you, Dave DeNoyer, for all of your support of TV5 and Troy Public Broadcasting. We would also like to thank the Trojan Horse Bistro and Bar, Brower Stationers, and Robert Long, Attorney at Law. Those fine folks made this broadcast possible today here on the roof of the Mayflower in beautiful historic downtown Troy.
What a great day. We couldn't have asked for better weather to do our Bicentennial Parade celebrating 200 years here in Troy.
200 years, Clint. It seems just amazing.
Just when you pan around and look at the downtown, just how well kept the buildings are and historically preserved as well.
That's right. The mayor likes to say, city pride or civic pride
is
civic
citywide.
Pride is citywide, and that is absolutely true. All of the folks that have come out to see the parade today, we thank them for their time and interest in the Bicentennial. And now I suppose it's off to the Hobart Arena for the circus and the light shows.
That's it. Thank you so much for tuning in today, celebrating Troy's 200th birthday. I'm Clint Myers and Lori Younts. And while you've never seen him, he's behind the camera. TV5's David DeNoyer. We're signing off from on top of the Mayflower. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.